All right, 20 plus, welcome to this bonus video. This is a super important video, and I'm gonna teach you how to get a date. As you can see, I have my date for life right next to me, Mac Ketterling now. Put a ring on it.
Did you forget my last name? It's the same as yours.
No, I was wondering if I was gonna say your middle name, but then, anyways, I put a ring on it, and so I'm gonna teach you how to get a date, super important, in 5 easy steps. And the first one, initiate. Initiate, you gotta initiate something. So many guys, you're waiting on social media, or you're seeing them at an event, or you see them at church, or we work with them, and you're like, that would be great for us to go out. But she doesn't know that at all because she can't read minds. And so you have to initiate. So I saw you from across the room, actually at Aria, at a fashion event. And then I sent you a DM and I said, hey, you work in fashion.
You slid into my DMs.
I slid into the
DMs.
That's like 1B.
It's an option.
It's an optional way to initiate. Okay. So I slid into the DMs and then I said, hey girl, no, I didn't say that, but I said, hey Mac, saw that you work in fashion, that's so cool. I love fashion and I've worked in fashion as well. And I'd love to talk about that. You work with your family, I work with my family. I think we'd have a lot in common and I'd just love to learn more about what you're doing. And she was like, that sounds awesome. Knew that I was gonna be a great guy. Actually, no,
No, I thought it was a business meeting.
So she thought it was a business meeting. So 1C is trick them into a business meeting.
Where is this going? What kind of advice is this?
I'm just being honest with how I did it. It's an anecdotal example of success. So, initiate. So step 2 is you gotta woo. And if you don't know how to woo, it's easy. You just gotta be honest. You gotta pay for her when you're there. You gotta compliment them, not in a creepy way, but just say, hey, you're looking great, or hey, like I really enjoyed our time, or hey, that's a really cool sweater. Feels really comfy. I'd love to give you a hug. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's step 2 is you gotta just be nice, because if they don't know that you're nice, then they're gonna be like, this guy's just like everybody else. But you gotta be nice. And then step 3, this is an important step that I think most people miss. You gotta give a little bit of space. If all of a sudden, the very second that you leave the date, you're like, that was so amazing. I can't wait for the next time. It's gonna be so great. You're so awesome. I can't stop. It's like, whoa. You just went out once. It's okay. The world's not gonna end if you don't hang out 2 hours later. The world's not gonna end if you don't hang out the next night. If you don't hang out the night after that, If you don't have to, it's okay. Just wait like 20 minutes. 2 hours. Maybe even just say, hey, it was a great time with you last night. And leave it at that for like 24 hours. Oh, God forbid, I can't not text her for 24 hours. It's gonna be the worst thing ever. Granted, I'm not really following my own advice, or I didn't.
You texted me pretty soon after, and then we hung out every single night.
But here's the thing, you gotta leave some space. Because that's important. You don't wanna be overbearing, right?
Right.
Don't be overbearing. So that's step number 3, is leave some space. Step number 4, this is important. And, we talk about boundaries, and if you haven't checked out our boundaries video, you gotta check out boundaries. Because if you misunderstand what I'm saying, you're gonna think, this is weird. Pastor Logan, why are you saying this? Boundaries, there's boundaries. But what I think is important is when you feel there's some sort of connection, you have to break the touch barrier. Because if you're here, you don't want to just go up and start grabbing people and stuff. This isn't inappropriate at all. But
Can you imagine?
But what I'm saying,
I like you.
What I'm saying is if you're there oh, hey, let me grab you something. You want to be endearing. And then what will happen is at that point, all of a sudden you're going to realize, oh, we got a thing going here. Or she gave me that look put your hand off me. Then it's over. And you're not being inappropriate with your touching. You're not putting your hand. It's just hey, you're awesome. This is great. And then she'll give you that signal, which is get your hand off me. And then you're I failed. Or it's oh, they're kind of nice. And that touch doesn't lead to other things. This isn't leading to something. It's just, hey, let's be nice. We can be friends. We can have physical touch that's not sexual, that's just friendly and nice. So you can do that. And then, that was number 4, break the touch barrier. And then number 5 is you gotta seal the deal. You gotta seal the deal. Now, sealing a deal, what does that look like? Honestly, it's different for everybody. So I can't really help you there. But I think what's important is you have to commit to the relationship. You know, I think sometimes people are like, well, I think it'd be great if we can go out again, or maybe if you're free or whatever. It's, hey, I loved spending time with you. I would really love to do this. Have a plan. You know, don't be like, what should we do? Man, that is the wrong thing to do in a relationship, especially if you're pursuing a girl, or maybe if you're a girl and you're like, hey, maybe that guy likes me. It's like, I don't really know what to do next. You know, that was a really good dinner, but let's do a movie again. Let's do that again. No. Come up with something fun. Seal the deal with, hey, I heard that you like going on an adventure.
The cookies.
We're gonna make cookies.
Insomnia cookies.
Insomnia cookies works every time. Maybe for your girl, it will work every time. Luckily, if ever I'm in hot water and I did something bad, I can just say, you want cookies? And it'll all be solved. So seal the deal with something fun. Have a fun date. Do it. Do something that's memorable. I remember for us, you know, we didn't want to be alone, and because that was something that was important, so we'd go to like a park or go outside of like our house where our parents were and like put a blanket in the grass and look at the stars. And it was like an awesome way to think, okay, it's different. We don't have to go to a movie. We don't have to do this. Or we would go up to Duluth for a day and we would drive like 3 hours in one day and drive back because we wanted to have an adventure. So have an adventure, have fun. We want relationships to be fun. This whole thing, it's kind of a joke. It's not really that real. Hopefully you got that by now, but I just hope that you have fun in relationships. Relationships should be fun, that you can sit next to each other and talk about a formula that probably doesn't work, that I don't even listen to. But if you listen this far, congrats. Like, honestly, I bet you the watch time of this video is like how to get a date. But seriously, it worked for me. It might work for you. And if not, this option 6 is just get on your knees and pray. Pray.
Probably be option.
And probably the right thing to do would be to watch our video series on relationships, talking about love and communication, talking about boundaries and temptation and redemption. That's probably a better thing for you to watch on how to get a date. This was just fun. But hey, it worked for me. So if it worked for me, it can work for anyone. We love you guys.